Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sir, oh, yeah, slowly participants are getting joining. We'll take 1 or 2 minutes, then we'll start, sir.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Do you want me connected or reconnected?
No, sir, you are visible actually.
Visible.
And when you want to share the PPT, you can share with the share button, click on the green color. Or otherwise, our faculty member, Mr. Samrat, will guide.
Yeah. Share చేస్తాను.
Okay. Krishna,
Sir.
can we start on a?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let me.
Parla.
Yeah. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. This is once again Professor Rajesh C. Jambala welcoming you all to the 4th day of the 6-day FDP on manufacturing innovation and organizational excellence. Today we have with us a technocrat who is having over 3 decades of experience in IT training and development. And now he's running an IT-enabled services company, and his customers are ranging from different countries, especially in US. He is going to address us on creating and sustaining competitive advantage with advanced technologies. Let me briefly introduce our chief resource person today, Mr. Krishna Rao Sabineni, the CEO of InfoPark Software Technologies Limited. He did his AMIE in electronics and communication, and he started his career as a hardware engineer at BDPS Limited, Secunderabad in the year 1989. Then in 93, he became the branch manager of BDPS Limited, Vijayawada. And he assumed that charge up to 1999. Then his entrepreneurial urge in him made him to start his own IT firm. He started InfoPark Software Technologies in the year 1999, which involved in IT training and development. It is one of the leading BPO firms in this part of the state of Andhra Pradesh. InfoPark now providing financial services for more than 200 plus American SMEs. Having 25 years of teaching experience in computer science and information technology, and his core strengths He is very much well versed with core technologies including Java, Java FX, Groovy on Grails, iOS, Android, Java EE6, Spring, and Hadoop. He served as Chairman, Computer Society of India, Vijayawada chapter during 2007 and 8, and is a member of Board of Studies of various programs, degree programs of Acharya Nagarjuna University and several other colleges in and around Vijayawada. So with this brief introduction, now I request Sri Krishna Rao to share his message to the participants. Sir, for the benefit of you, most of the faculty members are from management department as well as MTech faculty members, maybe engineering colleges. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rajesh. So, good evening to all. So, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, today Rajesh has given me a topic. I'll just share my screen. Rajesh, it is need to be enabled screen sharing on my tablet.
Okay. Samrat.
Sir, click on the screen share button at your bottom of the screen, sir.
Yeah, host disabled participant screen sharing. So you need to do access.
Just a minute, sir. I'll grant the access, sir. Just a minute. Yes, sir. Now you can do it, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Visible? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, today's topic given me is, if I am not audible, please raise the hand. Okay.
A little bit louder, sir. I mean, voice is there.
Okay. Now is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the topic today is creating and sustaining competitive advantage using advanced technologies. I think when the moment I saw the topic, so a lot of things is involved in this. Competitive advantage, creating, sustaining, using advanced technologies. So Rajesh here has put a lot of content in one title. So let me take in a small way. Being an IT person, all my experience being in the IT business, I would like to take the examples or the business related to IT only, because where I will be comfortable. So all the technologies, advanced technologies, maybe various advanced technologies may be there for the business, but today's technologies I will be mostly dealing with is related to information technologies. And using information technology, how do you create and sustain the competitive advantage for a business? So all the examples or the cases what I am taking is purely on IT industry. So if you are from the different industry or something, you can correlate them later and then check it out further. Okay. So any doubts, anytime you can raise the hand. So here there are two things: creating and sustaining competitive advantages. So first, let us define one word. All of you know what is a competitive advantage in a business. But let me have this sustaining competitive advantage first. We discuss sustaining competitive advantages first, and then let us go creating how to create a competitive advantages using IT technologies, mostly using IT technologies. So now the part one which we deal here is sustainable competitive advantage. Let us have a definition. I think almost all of you know what is competitive advantage, but let me give a small slide, one slide for the definition purpose. Competitive advantage is something that sets you apart from your competition. It could be that you have a product that the other competitors do not have, or you have a service or experience which other competitors do not have. So these are the two things will make you to win the business. This is the core competitive advantage definition. But how to sustain competitive advantage? It is a small thing which I wanted to emphasize here. So according to me, I just had some articles read on competitive advantages. Here, according to me, nobody has a sustainable competitive advantage. Particularly with regard to the IT industry, I am just explaining you. Maybe other industries like some production industries or some other may have sustainable competitive advantage. As far as IT industry is concerned, so we don't agree that any IT product or any IT business has a sustainable competitive advantage. So according to us, there's a myth in business that your organization to survive in our competitive world must have a sustainable competitive advantage. So this is in IT, we feel that it is a myth. I'll explain why we consider it as a myth in IT companies, IT industries. So in other words, that works today may not work tomorrow. That regarding to the industry, every day we have changes. You have competitors who are looking for ways to append your competitive advantage. So if we have one competitive advantage, definitely your competitors will try to append it and they will come with some other advantage in the same business. So it is almost saying that we don't have any sustainable competitive advantage. So I'll take a small case study here or a story. I'm explaining you what I mean in this earlier slide with the help of a small analysis of the Amazon revenues and Amazon industry. Let me explain about this Amazon story. The Amazon, all of you know, started as an online bookseller in 1995, continued to grow. Now you know where it is today. Today, it is a very big online e-commerce industry. Everybody knows that it has as an online e-commerce industry. But there is a lot going in the Amazon. We'll take the Amazon revenues at a glance and see. People think that Amazon has a competitive advantage compared to all other online e-commerce people. But that is not true actually. So let us see this here, Amazon revenue. See here, the Amazon revenue is going very fast, growing very fast. And now in the year 2023, they have got $574 billion revenue. And starting from 2004, with a very small revenue, now they have got into very big revenue. So definitely they have achieved this graph because they have a good competitive advantage in their business. So their competitive advantage, Amazon's competitive advantage is a website with one of the best online shopping experience on the planet. So the basic business of the Amazon is online shopping. So they have the best online shopping experience website. So if you go and purchase anything on Amazon site, the customer feels confident. The customer is confident to get the same product in the same delivery time, and the same specifications are met, and the same product comes to your home like that. But if you go and do the purchase on another e-commerce website, always will have a doubt, because you may not get the same product, or the quality may not be same, or the color may not be same, or the specifications are not same like that. So they can do all these things or customer satisfaction because they have a best online shopping experience, or the technology. They have best technology in the world for that requires for online shopping. Competitors for this Amazon, this is, I'm just taking about the competitors in the US market, Walmart, Costco, and Target, etc. actually these people, the competitors actually are the store market people, because they initially started with chain of offline or the stores, and later they have converted their businesses into online. So whereas Amazon started as an online, it doesn't have any store market. So, but nowadays the Amazon is facing competition with Walmart, Costco, and Target, etc. Why these people also entered into online online websites and online e-commerce sites. So now Amazon revenue breakdown. Let me explain you this with a little. Are you able to see this clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now this Amazon revenue breakdown I will show for 2 years in 2023 and 2024. So here, if you see this red area, online share of their revenue is 42% in 2023. And their total revenue, out of our total revenue, only 42% is coming from their online stores. Physical stores, they are getting only 3.69%. So Amazon has started physical stores in US called as Amazon Smart. So where they use a no billing kind of environment, where you can just go to the shop with put all your required articles in the cart and come out automatically. It will bill your credit card and you can come out. So like that, they have made some Amazon Smart stores, but their market share is very less. Their income from that online this physical stores is only 3.69%. And the remaining is, see here, if you leave 42 and 3%, 45%, the 55% is coming from other ways, not from the online marketing. Most of the people think that Amazon revenue 100% is from the online marketing, online website. But no, it's not like that. So what Amazon did when they started this this particular online e-commerce model, slowly they have started developing their website or their purchasing their online store with a lot of facilities, a lot of security features, a lot of payment options, and a lot of delivery options and other things. So when they started upgrading their e-commerce website, then they identified some challenges. So they started developing their own web application backends, or the software components required. And that component, that is only nowadays called as AWS, Amazon Web Services, which is they made as public, and they started giving that particular web services technology, which they have created for their own website, to third-party vendors. So they are making third-party online sites also for them. And those people are selling goods, different kind of goods, are the same kind of goods, Amazon supporting them. So the third-party seller services, they got 22.91% revenue. This revenue is purely by providing them whatever the software, whatever the experience, whatever the expertise they have with Amazon to other third-party providers. And then subscription services, then Amazon started Amazon Prime and other streaming services. For them, from that it has come 6.85%. And AWS is another software product for which I can directly ask Amazon to build an e-commerce service for me, or I can purchase AWS and build my own customized e-commerce website for selling my products. So there are two ways. Either you can go for the customized solution from the Amazon, or you can buy their AWS and build your own solution. From there, it is getting 15.57%. Advertising in the Amazon websites are in the subscription services like Prime Video and all. They are generating 7.34%. Other is 0.83%. So here the real thing we need to observe here is Amazon is not even making 50% of their revenue from their e-commerce website. So you go and just afterwards, I will show you the Amazon revenues down the years, like 2004 or to 2018, 19 and all, most of their revenue is from online stores. So here what I want to say here is, even though they have an competitive advantage for their business basically on which they have started is coming down. So for this, let us see what is the 2023, not 24. This is the 2023 revenue. You see here it is for 40.36. And what is earlier? I think I made both same. Okay, let us see here. See here, these are revenue which Amazon is doing it. So in the year 2019, they made $141 billion online stores. And in 2023, they made $231 million in 2023. What is the growth there? Almost $90 billion, say for example. Now, this second line is their third-party seller services, which doesn't have anything to do with these online stores. They in 2019, they made it as 53 and 52 something. And in 2023, they reached it to 140. So here almost it is nearly 100 million, which is equivalent or similar to their online stores. If they would have not made these third-party seller services, even though they have the competitive advantage for their product in the market, their total revenue might have come down by 100 millions or the 140 millions down. In that again, AWS, they made what around 90 millions. So here, see 140 plus 90, there is around 230. 230 minus 531 minus 230. See, half of their business is not coming from the online stores. That is coming only from their third-party seller services and AWS. And remaining small amounts are coming from Amazon Prime Ads and then physical stores and the other income. So that is negligible. But the major income for the Amazon is only from the online stores and the background software services what they are providing. So now, if they would have not done this business, even though they have competitive advantage, their business might have come down, and other competitors may be doing well by this time with the total company as a total company revenue is considered. So here, this in the meantime, in the 2019 to 2021, I'll just share you Walmart online. This is not Walmart total sales. I am just showing the online sales. Walmart has a lot of physical stores in US. They get a lot of revenue on physical stores. Their online sales is very less. But even that small share they have done, they are doing around $82 billion in 2023. You see, they have grown from 25.1 to $92 billion business. So this is only from the Walmart. So their other competitors like Costco, Target, Kohl's, like that, there are a lot of retailers in the market in US. They put together they are doing more business than Amazon e-commerce site. I'm talking about only online or the e-commerce business. So here, when we say the Amazon site, everybody will say they have very good competitive advantage in e-commerce sites and the online shopping. But reality, their revenue is day by day coming down in the online stores. So they have realized that. That's why they have now shifted to this e-commerce website services and providing platforms for the e-com web services because they have the expertise in that particular area. So from this, we can understand that. So even though we have a good competitive advantage, that may not sustain for a long time. There are a lot of examples for that. So the sustainable, we need to talk into a different terms now. So we cannot do sustainable competitive. We cannot make a sustainable competitive advantage for a long period. It is a short period in my view. So IBM, for example, IBM went from being a computer company that sold hardware worldwide. So it was number one in hardware selling company. Now it has become a software company. So initially their competitive advantage is making hardware. So everywhere it has produced a lot of servers. IBM has manufactured a lot of mainframe servers, lot of mid-range servers, and all these things that has done that did the hardware advantage. But nowadays it is no more in the hardware manufacturing. It has become a software company, and just like other software companies, it is offering cloud, mobile, and data solutions. It is not manufacturing any computers or PCs, laptops like that. It's computer hardware. It actually, the hardware part of the IBM is now took over by its OEM called as Lenovo, and it is doing the business. So that is some serious shifting. So which, even though they have competitive advantage, they need to come out of the business and do some other things. So like Netflix. Initially, Netflix had a lot of streaming. The people stopped using DVDs and started using Netflix for movies, on-demand videos. Now Netflix has done a lot of business till 2017-18. And now Netflix is facing a lot of tough competition from Amazon's Prime Video, Apple TV, and a lot of other online streaming video platforms. Even though Netflix has a very good platform for streaming videos, so that advantage has there only for a few years, and later now it is now searching for alternatives for their business. So like that. We can say BlackBerry, Nokia, etc. BlackBerry and Nokia, they are the founder mobile manufacturers. They had a very beautiful OS, their own operating systems. BlackBerry had their own ROS, Nokia has their own Symbian operating system, and which were the competitive advantages for their manufacturing. And they ruled the mobile phone industry nearly for 10-15 years. Now you cannot find a BlackBerry phone or Nokia phone in the market. So what I mean to say is, even though we have a very good business advantage in our particular field, so we cannot sustain it for a long time. So start thinking as a new way, just swap out that word sustainable for a short-term competitive advantage, then start looking for your next one and next after that, and keep on move. So that should be your model for the business. Instead of having thinking that you have a model, you have a knowledge, you have something as a good platform design, and your business can sustain for a long time. I hope it will not be working year afterwards. So there are a lot of companies, even ordinary companies. Say, I remember some of the things, Archie's. One company I wanted to mention, Archie's. A few years back, Archie's stores we find in everywhere in the cities. So people used to go and buy a lot of greeting cards. Now you cannot find even a single Archie's store anywhere. So a lot of businesses had a lot of competitive advantage. Ultimately, they need to Blockbuster. One company called as Blockbuster, which was the leading video movie rental stores in US. Actually, they 10 years they did plenty of business by giving DVDs, movie DVDs for rentals. The moment Netflix has come, the Blockbuster has closed their company itself. Even though they have very good network, very good platform, everything, business advantage, ultimately they closed that company. Nowadays, they are not operating it all. So like that, there are so many companies who made a good business with and nobody reached them for a decade, and later they need to close down the business. So every time, if you wanted to run a business, we need to think of a short-term competitive advantage. We don't know what happens tomorrow. So we should be ready for the next change, and we should keep on move like that. So this is a small thing which I observed in the sustainable competitive advantage. So we need to, as per my perspective, I wanted to call it as a short-term competitive advantage. I think all of you are from the business administration. I'm not from business administration. So I'm purely from the technology. So from technology point of view, what I understand this sustainable competitive advantage, I just explained you. Any queries we can take, or afterwards we'll take before we go to the next topic?
Sir, mostly they may raise it in chat box, sir.
Okay.
But I think so far there are no queries. But
Okay.
you have successfully dispelled the myth of sustainable competitive advantage.
Okay.
So it's an eye opener for me also. I mean, we strongly believe any organization normally
Yeah.
will have only briefly they have some competitive advantage, but they have to reorient themselves to survive at least in the business and to make the next level.
Yeah, at least if it's not a mechanical industry or a civil, it's a production industry, something like that. If it is a service industry or an IT industry, as per my knowledge, the sustainability is for a short period only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next, second part. I see here there are two parts. First one is regarding your management, which I cannot deep dive. Second part is technology. Even if I deep dive, you cannot follow. So Rajesh Kare has put me in a situation where I have to touch only the basics of both. One, I cannot go deep. Second one, I cannot take you deep. That's a problem here. Okay. So second topic, just I will touch the technologies. What will help you help the businesses to make sustainable for a short time. I don't think, as I told, it is for not a long time. So we briefly discuss about the technologies, not in depth. Okay. So I just give you some glances. So these businesses nowadays wanted to be sustained, then definitely they need to use some artificial intelligence. So what are the tools that are available for these businesses? There are various tools. I'm not going to talk about the regular tools today. Today, I'm just giving you some tools which are based on artificial intelligence and more powerful for running any kind of business. So all of you know what is artificial intelligence most of the time. AI is a technology with human-like problem-solving capabilities. So if you have an AI platform, that particular product or the component, whatever it may be in your business, that should work like a human to solve a problem. Then only we call it as an AI component or an AI software or AI capable unit. So AI in action appears to simulate human intelligence. It can recognize images, write poems, and make database predictions. All these things AI will do. So AI is now coming with an additional topic called as machine learning. So the machine learning is most of the time works with the database thing, and it learns automatically from the different data sets and the different data updations and the customer behavior and a lot of other things automatically. The machine learning patterns, there are a lot of patterns in that. So we derive some pattern for a particular organization, and that AI pattern will go and study the database stored from the organizational database, and then will able to make some predictions. So these AI-based tools now just we discuss. In modern organizations or the businesses, the main thing to consider is the data, because every organization has nowadays large set of data available. But how properly you can use the data is the main key component here. So like it's not only that you just store or dump the huge amount of terabytes of data in related to your business, but out of that, if you are not gaining any knowledge, then the data is really useless. So earlier, there was a structured databases, and people use that structured databases to to store the required or the limited information regarding that business, and query that particular information for their day-to-day business operations, but not for any prediction type of things. So earlier the storage, data storage was very expensive. So people used to limit storage of the data. Nowadays, the data storage has become very cheap, and anybody can store huge amount of data without spending much. So every business organization started storing large amount of data, which is coming from diverse sources like sensors, human-generated content, monitoring tools, and system logs, etc. The majority of the data in most of the businesses will come from system logs or the monitoring tools, or from the, what you can say, from the online websites, or the image, the capturing devices such as sensors or cameras or whatever it, audio devices, whatever it may be. So a lot of data will be dumping into your business storage. So which can be properly used with, if you use some artificial intelligence tools with that. So artificial intelligence technologies analyze the data to use it to assist business operations efficiently. So unless otherwise you use the data properly to guide your business, there is no meaning in storing the data. So today we'll see some of the tools which will be technologies or the tools which will be helpful for us in creating competitive advantage. That is, one is robotic process automation, we call RPA, document data extraction, workflow tools, AI assistants, and low-code applications. So these are the five. There are many, just I took these five to explain you. So these five are, you can, anyone can understand what is their purpose and how we can implement them in the business. But the rest may be more technical. So I don't want to go into those things. I just, for being an MBA faculty, I just selected a few important and simple tools which you can understand and you can try to implement in your business. You can help anyone to implement in their businesses. First one, let us see the RPA. This is the first or most utmost important tool for any business, and you will be indirectly working with this technology, but you may not be knowing that is this that is a robot. This is a robot processing automation. Okay, so the software, this RPA is nothing but a software robot, or simply called as bot. There is no acronym for this bot. So instead of robot, they started the software robots, they have started calling as a bot. So now the trendy term, or the any software person now wanted to work on this bot. So what is a bot? A bot emulates human actions interacting with digital systems and software. So a bot is a small software part which interacts with the system like computer or any other device, like how a human interacts with it. So this is the technology now involved in making businesses happening. And most of the software people are now trying to write BOTs for various business components. So if you wanted to create a bot, so you need to have the software knowledge, you need to have the domain knowledge, and then you can create a bot. A bot is nothing but a human, your employee, one of the employee working in your organization. So the employee who is working in an organization should know about the organization and should know what is the role of his role. What is the role he is doing in the organization day to day. So that employee can be replaced by the bot. So, okay, so this can be considered as an employee. A bot, if you have in your system, you can think that you have an employee working around the clock like that. So you cannot keep an employee around the clock, but this a bot you can keep around the clock. say I'll try to explain you a small bot examples later. So a bot performs repetitive task over a network. So if there is a repetitive task to be performed by a system, and you need to have an employee for that, and he has to continuously do the repetitive task. So that 24/7 you have to hire an employee to do the same task, and the employee may do some mistakes whenever he is working for a long time on that same work. So a bot do it perfectly without any problem. Only thing is, when you define the bot, you should give the guidelines properly. So it is an AI, artificial intelligence. So it should be intelligent enough to handle the situation. So that means you should create it like an human intelligent kind of thing, so that it will work like an employee. So nowadays, all the software components are based on bot only. Okay. So these bots are used, different types of bots are used in this RPA, process automation, robotic process automation. We'll just see further. Just like people, bot can do things like understands what is on a screen, complete the right keystrokes, navigate systems, identify and extract data, perform wide range of defined actions. So whatever an operator doing in front of the computer, without operator, we can perform that thing. So for example, if you have if somebody has scanned a document and sent to your server in the night time, about 12 o'clock, your system works 24/7. And that immediately when that scanned document comes to your system, a bot can take the document and check the document, what kind of document that is, what is the purpose of the document, who has sent it, what should be done based on the document, what data to be extracted from the document, and where to send the data extracted, and that data should be processed in which way, and where the data should go after processing, where the data after stage 1 processing, where it should go. Like that, everything will be analyzed, and where the data should be stored, in which format it should be stored. All these things that a bot can do. So most of the automation to your organization comes with the help of a bot. I'll show some examples also. Say now we are doing bookkeeping services. One of our activities bookkeeping services for the US CPS. So what we do in our regular day-to-day activities, we just download the company's bank statements, invoices, vouchers, checks, all those things, and we enter them properly into the accounting software, and then reconcile, and then keep their accounting books updated. That's one of the part of my business. So now we are thinking of creating a bot for that. So the moment the company or the CPA over there in US uploads a document to the server should immediately identify the document belongs to which company, who has uploaded, what data it is containing, whether it is a back statement or an invoice or a check, like that, and it should identify the document and read the data in the document in the proper format and store it in the proper database. All these things should be done whenever the client uploads the document, so that most of our employee work will come down. So like that, everybody, every organization can have some bot, which is nothing but an employee working by 24/7 with a predefined duties. So that is called as RPA, and RPA is nothing but a group of BOTs. So is it clear? I'm going out of the thing.
Yes, sir. Absolutely clear.
Some common type of bots which we can use in the business. I think you may be already using it without knowing it as a bot. Chatbots. These chatbots we are using in most of the websites. Chatbots simulate human conversation with artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies. They can respond to queries on behalf of the customer support team. I'll just show you one chatbot. Maybe you in your daily usage, you may be using it. I'll show you one. Is it visible?
No, sir. No, sir.
Is it visible or not?
No,
My
actually,
screen. My screen is not visible.
screen
Yeah.
is visible, sir. I mean, the same PPT is visible.
Same PPT is visible. 1 minute. Just let me close. Now, still PPT is visible.
Yes, PPT slide only is visible. I think we have to close this and
Yeah. One thing. I need to select the screen. Now, browser is visible.
Your browser is visible.
Yeah. Now I am in the browser.
Yes, sir. Browser is visible.
Yeah, I'm just going to a website all of you are using called as Redbus. Redbus.com. This is the Redbus website. Yeah, Redbus. Now I just go to help section. The moment I go to help section, a chart window has come here. So other side, no employee is chatting with me. It is a bot chatting with me. Understand? So now here, whenever I say, my last ticket I purchased from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, whenever I click the ticket, it may show me when I used the ticket like that. So actually this ticket is cancelled. So it is showing the status, your refund is so much, and can I help with anything? So if I here type something, see here, I received incorrect refund or need refund. See how fast it is reacting. If it is a human reacting from that side, I don't get this fast reply here. So this is not a human replying from there. If you anytime buy the Redbus ticket, if you wanted to cancel it, you go to the help window and just press it cancel. Then immediately the bot receives the reserved call as cancel, and immediately it will check with your user data and sorry your user data, and it tells this is a current active ticket, do you want to cancel it, and all these things. So nobody is chatting other side with you, and no employee is hired for this. So all this Redbus chatting is done with only bots. So any question you ask, it will answer regarding your user profile, regarding your travel tickets, everything it will answer, because they have an AI system developed. So the customer care is entirely managed with only software. They don't employ any customer care. They don't have any customer care employees. So this is you type anything, received incorrect refund, then immediately it just sends a refund of INR 485 is created by Redbus. This is something it is giving. So now I need more information, then immediately it gives us. So this particular chart is provided by a chat bot. So which is that bot is provided with access to all the database information, with all user information, with all their database buses information and everything. So it immediately takes that information and then gives us it. Okay. So most of the websites now using these chatbots only, not employing any person to this, and even voice conversation also they do with the bots only. They don't have any employees associated with them. Okay. So let me go back to the presentation. Okay. So now this chatbot, that is one example I said given for you chatbot. Highly intelligent chatbots, Alexa, like Amazon Alexa, it is a converse, it can converse naturally with humans. So you can ask anything Alexa, it will go and get the information from the internet using its own AI capabilities. These chatbots are also known as knowledge chatbots. So if you create any chatbot for your business application, so you can be in touch with all your consumers 24/7 without hiring skilled employees. Or if you hire an employee, you should know how to access you should train them how to access the database. What is your business domain? What is your business rules? And all the things he has to understand, and then he has to answer the clients. But this chatbot is one which is configured to your business rules, your business domain knowledge, and all these things. So you need not train new employees for your domain. You need not train the employees to get your domain knowledge and then customer knowledge and all those things. So these chatbots, once if it is created with AI interface, so they beautifully work for you without any expenses. Okay. So like this is one of the most AI-based software component used by most of the customer service-based businesses. So you can use chatbots for the internal purposes also, such as onboarding new employees, helping all the employees with routine activities, including vacation scheduling, training, ordering computers, business supplies, and all other things. So you provide sufficient domain knowledge to that chatbot. They can work for internal employees or outside customers, and they'll be very useful for you to instantly answer the customer. Chatbots are performing a variety of customer services ranging from ordering event tickets and booking, checking into hotels and comparing product services, etc. Are commonly used for performing routine customer activities within the banking, retail, and food and beverage sectors. Anywhere you can use these chatbots. So once if you create it, it will be the one more important thing is as the machine learning and the AI are involved in chatbot creation. So this chatbot, if some customer asks some critical questions or something like that, this chatbots records that and it automatically gains knowledge from that also. So suppose if the customer asks a question in the chat box which a bot cannot answer, so later that can be answered by the person in the organization or the business, and that the chat bot can remember that answer what he has given for that particular question, and next time it try to use that in their chat things with the clients. So like that, these chatbots are very intelligent also. They can learn. They will keep on learning the domain knowledge, and then they'll be very useful for the organizations. Next one is the document data extraction. This is a very critical thing in the business because a lot of businesses will have the conversion of the data from the documents to the database or from either the structured data source or the unstructured data sources. Suppose, for example, in a company, you have a company, insurance company or some company where you upload an PDF application to that company website or something. Suppose you upload a Aadhaar card to some company, upload a driving license to some company. Then that company data DD module should be able to properly identify what kind of document you have uploaded and what kind of information it can scan from that, and it should be properly stored in the database. Suppose if you upload an Aadhaar card to a company, then the company should be able to read the Aadhaar card number from the document, and it should identify it is an Aadhaar card or if it is a driving license or some other document. So it should be able to identify and scan the document and properly read the document for the data and store it in the database. So this actually, if you do manually, a lot of mistakes may happen and a lot of human interaction is required, and there is a chance of committing mistakes also. So this data document extraction is also purely AI-based technology because it requires a lot of artificial intelligence to identify the documents and read the data properly, because each document has its own structure, its own fields, its own purposes. So that and all we need to feed the AI component. These are the different kind of documents we receive. Each document will be like this. This area there will be a photo if it is this kind of document. Here is the UID number. If it is this kind of document, driving license means here will be the driving license number. It's not that easy task. But once if it is properly implemented with the help of a DDE, this is also a bot only. So with the help of a DDE, then automatically most of your company work can be done. Most of your databases are easily maintained with the help of the data which is extracted from the documents. This is one of the important component for us today in the business. Purchase orders, client documents, customer records, invoices can be quickly and easily scanned for information in an accurate manner, improving data validation. DTE combined with machine learning will improve software ability to handle data sets over a time. So if you use continuously DDEs, then it can identify a lot of documents, whether it is structured or unstructured, and properly store the data into the your business database. Okay, this is the second component which we most of the time we use in the businesses. Third one is workflow tools. So these workflow tools are very important. Now you know what is workflow. The work, if you take any task in an organization, the work should flow from one point to other point through various intermediate points. So if somebody, if it is the work is should go through some 5 people in the organization, the first person may be slow, second person may not receive that work, that document from the first person and may not authorize it, or he may do a delay in authorization. The document may not be properly routed for the desired people. All these kind of things will generally delay the work. So now this some of the governments organizations have implemented these workflow tools, web-based or the cloud-based workflow tools, like our government revenue department, CRDA. They are some of the people. So once if you put in any application to the CRDA, it will go to the workflow tool. So then the workflow tool, then it initially creates a tree. That document should go from clerical phase to the director phase, through which stream it should go. And it will every day will give you the document when it is entered into that particular designated person. And when he has cleared it, once if it is cleared, automatically the document will go to the second higher authority. Once if he cleared, it will go like that. It will reach the final person, and that he will clear the document, or he will clear that particular work like that. So then in that particular workflow tools, you can know who has delayed how much, who has completed the document or that particular work within a stipulated time, where the delay happened, why the delay happened. So the entire organization, the organizational structure, in the entire organization structure, everybody can know what is the status of each file or the each work, where it is pending, how, why it is pending like that. So then your organization can work properly without any delay in the workflow. So there are a lot of AI tools now coming to this workflow, which will improve the functionality of your day-to-day business without any delay. So these are the very important tools which you can implement. These are customizable tools, can be implemented to any business organization. It can be any type of business. These tools can be customized, easily customized. So next we come to the another part. There I will tell you the customization part. The functionality of these tools extends management best practices such as approval routing, data validation, and ensuring the integrity of data before it goes to ERP system. So any application, if you apply for an insurance, your application must be validated, underwriting, everything. So all these things will go through a workflow. And finally, if the insurance policy is issued, then the policy data go to your ERP system. So till it goes from the scanning of the document to till the data is entered into the ERP system. Once if you define the workflow, how it should be, then automatically it will take care of the documents which are coming from the policy documents coming from the clients, and till ERP system, it follows the workflow. And anytime any person can know what is the position of that particular policy, whether it is issued or not issued, whether the whole underwriting is over or not, everything they can easily identify. So that is the advantage of these workflow tools. AI assistants. This is the AI assistants is the latest one. I don't know how many are popular with this Chat GPT or Google Bot. This Chat GPT is an AI-based assistant. You can ask anything this Chat GPT, it will give you most of the time the answer for you. Small things in the company employees, small the employees which are working in the lower grade with simple tasks, who are performing simple tasks. So we can create an business intelligence system for this Chat GPT, and any small queries if they get doubt, instead of disturbing the higher people, they can ask this Chat GPT so that it will answer the things, or it will provide the solutions for most of the simple and common issues that you are facing, and so that then they don't disturb the higher authorities. Higher authorities can concentrate on the regular work. So this Chat GPT is not a general, all of you know it's a generalized one, but that we can customize to our business also, and we can give to the employees to ask some domain-based questions, and then it will give you the solutions and other things. So these AI assistants are not much in the market, general usage of the market are now, but not in the businesses so far, much in businesses so far. But in future, these AI assistants for each business will help the new employees or the small business role employees to do their work faster without disturbing the senior executives. These are also very important tools to keep your business running smoothly. They are exactly solving simple issues with more complex problems can be escalated and sent to the right people within the organization. This means lighter load of the staff who can now focus on the more complex issues and value-based customer services interactions. So this is very useful. One or two organizations trying to use this, and they're getting better results also. So the last one is this low-code applications or no-code applications we call. So these are the applications built with some AI and machine learning capabilities, and they can be customized to your domain easily. So actually earlier there are solutions like you have SAP, PeopleSoft, like that ERP solutions. So if that solution will fit to any organization. But customization of that solution to your organization requires a lot of expertise and a lot of time to customize that solution to your organization. Nowadays, there are a lot of software components are available. You can just buy them and install in your business system without much software knowledge or without writing any code. You can customize them to your business domain or the business requirements. So a generalized application can be customized to any business kind of business without having qualified programmers or the expertise in the programming. All the employees or the people working in the business, they are expertise in their domain. So this application is a common application. So by the experts of that particular domain can configure it to their domain necessities. Without any programming kind of thing. It's just a user interface which will drag and drop the kind of thing, so that you can easily configure it to your business needs, and it immediately put into the work without any delay. So this is more the software for the software people now. Developing low-code applications is the biggest task now. So most of the time people are developing software components ready to install software components with the low-code or no-code applications. So this you can, business people can try to find out the required applications like this low-code applications and install in their business systems very easily. Okay, so this is another low-code applications. Okay, so these are the 5 types of software components based on artificial intelligence that can work for any business to have a short-term sustainability to your competitive advantage. So with this, I will close. If you have any queries, you can ask. Hello.
Yes, sir. Participants are, if any participant is having any doubt, they can raise in the chat box, or they can unmute and they can speak. So as far as BPO business is concerned, sir, what are the challenges you are facing in terms of, suppose if you say a robot is going to identify the data and
Yeah.
check all
So-
the vouchers, then what will be the role of the human being? Or maybe it is a threat for the job market, or maybe...
Yeah, this artificial intelligence, most of the time it is confused as it is a threat to the job market. But it's not, I don't think it will not be an threat actually, artificial intelligence. So the people are, most of the time software people are thinking that this artificial intelligence will remove our jobs. But actually, nowadays, a lot of things are computerized, but not with the AI component. So you start doing this generating or redeveloping all these things with AI component. It has a lot of scope of work, and certain things cannot be removed actually. So far my knowledge, if you take accounting system, we are trying to do ourselves. So, but still there are some issues. So it will take some time to resolve them. But at some time, we may reduce some manpower. This thing, particularly in some areas, we cannot do anything. But in some areas, we may the employment may be replaced with AI persons. But alternatively, we get a new requirement and new kind of jobs available for them. So always it is dynamically changing. So the job market, I don't think it will be an big issue, but the processes will be made easy and more accurate work will be done with the help of this AI bots in future. So nowadays everybody is busy to build a bot for a different purpose. So the purposes are what you say infinite nowadays. So we have a lot of things to be done. A lot of people are working in different fields with different knowledge. So all these things cannot be immediately put into bot and replace them. So it takes a lot of time. In the meantime, we may need to support these bots, or some new Java opportunities may come on. So that is a routine thing what we feel, and it will not be a big issue for the people. But the work quality of work and quality of business will improve with the help of AI and machine learning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we fully agree with you. It's a very lucid presentation. You just narrated that competitive advantage cannot be sustained forever. That is the main concept. Any organization, however big may be, there is always there is a chance for failure. As you narrated the example of IBM, or there are so many companies which were not digitized at the time of digitalization started. They failed miserably. You rightly mentioned about earlier in Vijayawada itself, Archie's showrooms, there are more than 10, 15, but now they were becoming extinct.
Yes.
So all these tools that you have mentioned, they're very useful. In terms of...
Yeah, most of them are open source, and you can try them, and you can implement them in your business.
So any applications which are more related with education institutions, sir? I mean, tools which can be used in technical institutions or education institutions.
Yeah, definitely. These tools are all are generalized tools. They don't create these tools keeping one kind of business or one kind of organization in the mind. So they generally, so you need to buy. Suppose you take chat bot. then you need to install it, and it will answer all your student queries. Customer, you can have 24/7 student service. Anytime they can check their attendance marks, their classes, they can submit some assignments. So this intelligent chat will help your organization well here actually. So like that, whatever the requirement you have, suppose for example, you can have a document data extraction. So say every month you need to have an attendance system report, all these kind of things. You can make a DDE with workflow. So once if you put the attendance register image in the system, so that bot will take that and identify from that is from which section, which discipline, and which year, and all these things, and it can extract the data attendance system and it can put it into the students database, and it can send the reports automatically and everything. This you need not initiate and do. It is a time bound, timely initiated things. So a bot will automatically take the end of the month and automatically takes these scanned images, and immediately it creates the reports and send them to the corresponding mails or other things and puts it in the database. So whatever the stream you wanted to do at the end of every month, it will take care of it. So you need not have an employee to do these things. Okay, once if it is created, every month first you will get all the students reports with you automatically on the required mode. So any business or any institution, these bots can be created to do the employee work.
So interestingly, one in the chat box, one query was raised and the other participant, Mr. Raghu Katrageda, has answered it. You can just share your insights.
Nice. Nice.
So there is a question like, sir, how does LLMs like OpenAI generative revenue in this competitive market as the need maintain high-end infrastructure?
High-end infrastructure, nowadays we don't need high-end infrastructure for any, I don't know, remaining thing, but an IT part of the business, nowadays the IT infrastructure spending is very less. Everything is available for us, services. As services, you can hire them and do the thing. I don't know exactly to answer you on that. We have so many services: software as a service, hardware as a service, platform as a service. So many things are there. We can just use them and do the things actually. So compared to previous days, nowadays IT infrastructure cost is reduced. Any small company can afford all these AI-based solutions to their company. Amazon is one of the prime thing. Microsoft. These are all providing a lot of AI-based services to the small companies to with low cost. It's a scalable solutions. So any size of, based on your size of organization, you can scale it, and with small amount of investment, you can do the things.
Yes, sir. I think there are no further questions on the chat box. With this, I think we can end the presentation first of the. I profusely thank Mr. Krishna Rao Sabineni, the CEO of InfoPark Solutions Private Limited, for lucidly taking us through a journey of what are the tools that are easy to be used and implemented for various applications. So the case studies you mentioned about Amazon and IBM and Netflix, even the examples like Blockbuster, they are very apt to the discussion of sustainable competitive advantage. So with this, I think we can close this session. At exactly 7:30, we are going to have another guest speaker. He is a technopreneur. He established an organization called Avera, which is a two-wheeler electrical vehicle company in Vijayawada itself, and is exporting the vehicles from Vijayawada. So I request all the participants to stand by and be on the line exactly at 7:30 p.m. today. Otherwise, you can take 10 minutes break and come back. Sir Krishna Rao, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very
this
much for
session, sir.
this.
We look
Thank you.
forward to many more such interactions with our faculty members in future.
Thank you, definitely.
Thank you, sir. Samrat,
సార్
వెంకటరమణ్ గారికి యాక్సెస్ లేదంటున్నారు చూడు, జస్ట్ చెక్ ఇట్.
నేమ్ సార్
వెంకటరమణ, ద స్పీకర్.
వెంకట్రామ్. ఓకే సార్, ఐ విల్ సీ.
Or otherwise it is in the name of Avera.
Yes sir, got it sir.
Okay. So, good evening, everybody. The second session is about to start. The guest speaker has arrived on the line. Today, we are going to have Sri Venkatramana Akula is going to deliver a talk on open innovation and collaborations. Partnering for success. That is the topic for today. Actually, he's a technopreneur. He is immediate past chairman of CII AP Vijayawada Zone. CII is the leading industry confederation of Indian industry, and is a member CII National Council, SR and SC Andhra Pradesh. Is a convener Innovation and Startup Panel Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Venkatramana, a visionary leader in sustainable mobility and solar energy storage solutions. Dr. Venkatramana is highly accomplished and innovative entrepreneur, driven by an unwavering passion for technology and business. As esteemed founder and chief executive officer of Avera, India's largest electric scooter manufacturing unit based in Andhra Pradesh, he has steered the company towards unparalleled success in the development and production of cutting-edge and eco-friendly transportation solutions. With a remarkable expertise in managing all aspects of business development, ranging from product innovation to quality control and market segmentation, Dr. Ramana has led Avera to emerge as a frontrunner in the electric vehicle industry. Renowned for his exceptional leadership skills, he fearlessly navigates through challenges, consistently delivering robust revenues and profit gains even in the highly competitive markets. Beyond his business acumen, Dr. Ramana's dedication to sustainability and social responsibility shines through his pioneering efforts in green energy integration. He firmly believes in making a positive impact on the environment and society, leading to the establishment of Avera's comprehensive clean mobility ecosystem. His visionary approach towards incorporating green energy as a central element includes sourcing energy for storage solutions, especially for domestic usage from solar power. With a deep understanding of technology and an unwavering commitment to solar energy solutions, Dr. Ramana is at the forefront of developing sustainable and innovative clean mobility options. His endeavor to promote solar energy for domestic usage further underscore his commitment to creating a greener and more sustainable world. Driven by a profound knowledge of technology and a relentless pursuit of excellence, Dr. Ramana stands as a driving force behind Avera's continued growth and remarkable success. His profound contributions to the electrical vehicle industry and his vision for a more sustainable future have earned him a well-deserved reputation as a leading figure in sustainable mobility and solar energy solutions. Under his inspiring leadership, Avera is poised to revolutionize the transportation landscape and drive the adoption of renewable energy, creating a legacy of innovation, sustainability, and positive change in the world. As you're all aware, India is a very populous country. India the Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-sustained Bharat is largely dependent on energy self-sufficiency. We have with us a technopreneur whose innovative ideas helping India to be self-reliant, especially in energy sustainability area. So with this, I proudly introduce Dr. Venkatramana to the august audience.
First of all, thank you so much, Rajesh sir, for a wonderful introduction. It's been a long time. I've been going through my profile, and thanks for your time. And yeah, if you can allow me to share the screen, can you guide me, please?
Yes, sir. Actually, my colleague Mr. Samrat will guide you. Actually, there is a button like a share button and the green button on
I can
the.
see, yeah, typically, right.
Samrat, you can guide this, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, you can click on the green button at the bottom, sir.
Right?
Then there you can select the document which you want to present. Sir.
Are you able to see my screen, please?
Yes, sir. It is visible now, sir.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, no need to give brief introduction about me because the sir has already given introduction. Very good evening, all. Thanks a lot for taking the time out, even after office hours. Thanks to the faculty from different colleges, universities across who participated in this FDP program. First of all, I would like to thank PV Siddhartha for this wonderful opportunity which has given me today to share my thoughts and processes on open innovation collaboration, partnering for success, and under this FDP by ATAL program. As I said, my name is Dr. Venkatramana. I'm the founder and CEO of Avera. Basically, we're into manufacturing of electric two-wheelers from the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is built on two critical pillars. One is energy for the future need. As everyone is aware that energy is the one driving force for any nation, for industrialization, for becoming a developing nation to developing nation, and to be at par with developing nations. It shows impact on GDP. You name it, energy is one of the critical factor. It's not about EV. It's about any kind of energy which drives the nation, which runs us, which drives the country forward on the global chart. So with this, I'd like to take the opportunity to give my session on open innovation, collaboration, partnering for success. Apart from that, to add one more point, this is my second startup by Avera. My first startup was into facial technology by name FaceMap, which is running successfully. And we are across 7 nations apart from Avera. So,
Congratulations, sir.
yeah, please. I'm audible?
Yeah, congratulations for that. First step.
Thank you so much. So, my team has worked on this wonderful presentation, which I have gone through 2 times. This is a 2.1 version. They are divided into a couple of modules. What I will do is that even though I'm a tech background, basically technology is my passion. Apart from that, Rajesh sir has given me a task of to brush my management skills also today. I'm sure that I will give my short expertise, which I gained in last decade or so on this especially EV sector. And end of each session, what I will do is like I will pause the session for a couple of minutes rather than continuous session of every module. I want everyone to take the time out to give me questions where I can answer with my short experience. If you can leave the queries, maybe the team can take the question and I'll try to answer as much as possible. So the first module, what they worked was on open innovation in EVs. If you look at the driving growth through, maybe I can request everyone to put the mic on silent mode, mute mode, so that it's easy to.
I request all the participants to be on the mute, please. Samrat, make everybody others mute.
So the first module is an open innovation in EVs. This is one of the key driving growth for the collaboration between the industry and academia, because it's been a while long that we say that there's a wide gap between the industry and academia. Through these programs from central government, from the state governments, institutions like PB Siddhartha, lot of other universities are working so hard to reduce the gap. So while going through the modules, maybe as the faculty people, you can definitely, I'm sure that you will have much more knowledge than we have as industry. But if you are able to pass on the message that what industry is facing challenges, what industry is doing right now, what industry can do in the future, what innovations can add for the present industry for the future need, where it can add value to us, to the academia, to the industry, to the state, to the country, to the global also. So if you look at the open innovation, which refers to is nothing but the practicing the share of knowledge, resources, and expertise between everywhere. Like you name it, industry, you name it, academia, you name it, startup, you name it, research institutions. All these are nothing but to foster the innovation, to solve the complex challenges where especially the EV industry, the ecosystem is facing on. So the key components which uh, can add value is nothing but the collaborations in R&D, the sharing the infrastructure and resources, and the joint innovation projects which we can together work on with the help of everyone across the ecosystem. And the next big question comes is that is the real open innovation is crucial for EVs or not? I strongly say that yes, it is very crucial thing. Normally, typically, as a startup, as an entrepreneur, as a industry-driven body, we feel that innovation is one of the crucial important things, critical important thing. But apart from that, if you look at the transformations happening from different industries, not only EV, if you not limited to EV, if you look at the recent innovations of chat GBTs, if you look at image processing modules happening, especially my other startup, the image processing technologies, all these have been done in a very short span only because of the open innovations across the global platforms. So, if we can bring the diverse expertise to fast track from next generation batteries, the lightweight materials, the air-driven vehicle systems, all these can accelerate to the technology advancements. If you can add a point over here, like it's been like 6-7 years of time which we are working on closely on lithium family batteries. If you look at today's technologies, like 7 years back or a decade back, when the telecom industry when the mobile industry got into lithium ion NMC chemistry, the innovation happening at the second generation of LFP, the third generation is very soon coming on LTO technology. This is one part of the story. If we look at the other part, the sodium ion technologies, the solid state batteries, all these are the technology advancement at a rapid pace. All this happens only because of the open innovations happening across the industry, from academia, from industries, from startup incubation centers, you name it, it's happening. So open innovation is very critical for any industry to explore for the future need. This not only reduces the cost, but also put the infrastructure at a very lower rate, and it reduces the financial burden of especially for R&D from everywhere. And this not only solves the collaborative problem solving issues like charging infrastructure, but the key challenges like range anxiety and after the life cycle of recycling battery. Apart from that, one of the key challenge that EV industry faces is that global competitiveness. Earlier, we used to feel that this is my market. This is my market. We used to define our market scenario. But today, if you look at, you cannot define the market. Global market is our market. That means that you have to make the product here. You have to sell the product on the global platform. So all these things, I just made few of the points, but open innovation will give a reliable answer to all these things, which I strongly say these are critical important things. And next, of course, we should think on the key benefits also. If you look at the collaborations of the key benefits, yes, from the industry side, I can strongly say that the industry will have access to all the academic data, the research, what you people will do. And at the same time, we have the access to the pool of skilled students where we can utilize them for our research through academic resources what you people have. Apart from that, to test our bets before going to testing agencies, which we typically call the homologation, we can use our laboratories for all these things before scaling the product to the market also, before making it sustainable. And from the benefits of academia, this will give the practical exposure to the students that what industry is standing right now. That means that today, let us say that every day is a key challenge for industry, especially for EV. That means that this kind of collaboration will give a open source for you to understand that this is what the industry is stood on. That means that if a student is want to establish a solution, if academy is supporting him in through various form of collaborations or through innovation centers, he can come to the market, say this is the solutions he can offer through the research center what you have. Apart from that, he can go to the industry and say that these are sustainable practices, what solutions we can offer to the industry also. At the same time, real world problems that what industry, and by applying theories also. This way, we can get the mutual benefits for the cutting edge technologies. Apart from that, we can do a wonderful commercialization through these innovative solutions also. At this time, I want to add a few case studies to understand, to explain you a clear-cut results what we gained in the last decade or so. If you look at one of the wonderful agreement happened between Tesla and Stanford, almost like the recent interaction between with me was Mark Zuckerberg. He is nothing. Sorry, recollect. He is a Tesla original Tesla co-founder. When he started, he used to say me that he used to work on the NMC chemistries, which is like 186502100 cells. By the research done by the Tesla with the help of Stanford University, was able to get the high density LFP chemistry cell 15AH, which can be commercially viable. Today, not only Tesla, even we, a startup, and you name all the big companies, all the big manufacturers like CBAC, you name it, Goshen, you name it, KTech, you name it, BYD, everyone is betting their bets on the new technology which has been developed a decade back on LFP 15A cell. Not limited to today. And the industry is working on, with the help of universities, on L2O chemistry also, which has to be chemically viable also. Apart from that, solid state batteries, which we are thriving on, which we can solve all the issues which typically the industry is facing on with the NMC chemistries. Of course, we are not able to see the challenges from the LFP or L2O technology also. And the next one more key example is that Mahindra Electric and IIT Madras, they developed lightweight materials which can support the powertrains. I mean to say, like all these 150 years of time, the entire industry is working on the steel and iron architecture. Today, the technology is evolved to two-wheelers also, three-wheelers also, but four-wheelers are driving and taking advantage on this kind of technologies what IIT Madras supported Mahindra Electric also. And one of the biggest advantage what BYD created with the Jingzhou University in the recent times was AI-driven system autonomous EVs. I think BYD is betting eye on the Indian market also. Apart from that, it is also doing a very good way. Maybe I think, sir, you can request everyone to keep the mute mode. Yeah. So. Yeah. So the university has given a wonderful AI technologies where the data has been shared to the BYD. Now you can see all the integrations, what has happened by in the form of spot features where the BYD's customers are using on the roads of China. Coming to case of opportunities in the EV ecosystem to this collaboration is the bad technologies. As I said earlier also, for the last decade or so, we are betting on high on lithium family. But now industry is talking on, the university is talking on, all other platforms talking on the solid state and sodium-ion batteries. And for a country like India, On the eastern coast, we have a wonderful sodium resource, which can support in a very big way. Apart from that, this can help us put a very high impact on the cost reduction, because the processing is very economical compared to lithium. And apart from that, the recycling also is much more convenient compared to lithium. So these are the advancements and opportunities what EV innovation can uh, take us to this collaboration mode. Apart from the charging infrastructure, one of the key challenge, not for the intercity, but for intracity and long ranges where we need to support the batteries, is that one of the key parameters is the charging infrastructure. Because even the technology is very much advanced at the 440 volts or 800 volts, but the cost involved is very high. So if you can get a solution on the ultra fast charging stations, it can add much more value to the ecosystem also. Apart from the smart mobility systems, yes, we speak on AI, we speak on generative AI, we speak on generative data-driven AI. All these things will add value to the IoT and the data sharing platforms, where now e-commerce, quick commerce, all these things are putting together based on these collaborative methods. Sustainability also. So the recycling is one of the industry which is taking a big leap for a country like India, and for some other countries like South Africa also. And of course, if you look at other part, everywhere we have some key challenges in the innovation. One other thing is data, IP. So protecting these innovations while sharing the resources is one of the key challenge. But we can, if we can have a balancing investments between the academy and industry, and if we can reduce the gap between the academia, the research timelines and industry deadlines also, we can reduce the challenges also. Maybe in the next slide, I can there are some solutions where we can resolve these issues also. Going forward, if we can build the frameworks for collaborations with clear goals and timelines by encouraging the cross-sector partnerships, or already the platforms are well established, even though we can create platforms, or we can give our knowledge on these open platforms, open forums to connect the academy and industry. Apart from that, we can put our recommendations as industries, and I'm sure that academy is also working on to do some recommendations to the government to support on industry. But apart from that, we need much more support from the government also at this level to support R&D projects. And as I highlighted at a few of the examples, case studies, that the successful partnerships which definitely will inspire to celebrate the successes. We are at the end of this key module. Wonderful quote given. I'm sure that they used OpenAI sources, where the quote we got is innovation thrives where knowledge flows freely. That means that we all have to be embrace open innovation to drive the future of sustainable mobility and create transformation in the EV ecosystem together. So this open innovation which we have gone through will definitely plays a crucial role from the industry side, from the academia side, from every perspective. Let me take a pause at this point of time. I would like to take the queries. Maybe if you can open the access to the mic, maybe I can take the questions, or you can leave your queries on the chat box. Maybe someone from the team can give me the questions, please. Thank you.
I said, to set the ball rolling, I would like to ask whether this open innovation, I mean, there is some apprehension among the players that if everything is shared, in the sense like maybe this is the nagging question in the minds of the startups, entrepreneurs also. If they share their ideas, somebody else may copy it or something like that, faster pace than you. So whether it is really open or it's still some challenges are there.
No, of course, for everything there will be challenges, sir. But if you look at the driving of how the world is moving in any form, not limited to DVs, in quick commerce or e-commerce, anything. I have a very example, because I wanted to quote from other examples. If you look at my face map company, which we started in 2012, we limited ourselves to Indian market at that point of time, thinking that we have to explore this market, that market, all those things. But if you look at today, all other companies, you name the company, they are able to utilize the same technology, leveraging the opportunities by the open innovation sources happened at other parts of the nation. This is a best case example. That means face map is one way, other companies one way. So today you may say that this is my technology. No, today is your technology, but not tomorrow. So if you limit yourself, that means limiting your place, your role at this point of time. With this lot of innovations happening, yes, there are security concerns. I'm sure that end of the session, you will understand that through this open innovation, to other modes, what advantage as an industry we can get, what advantage the academy will get, what advantage the students will receive, what advantage the startups, or any kind of, there will be challenges, but we need to find a way through to get onto these things. Yeah.
There was a question raised in the chat box, sir. Areas for open innovation in the EV sector.
AV, yes.
Electrical vehicle sector.
Okay.
What are the areas for open innovation or example?
There are a lot of things, sir. I can give you a number of examples, but normally I quote our experience only in a short, because if you look at motor manufacturing, everyone is aware that India is the one of the pioneer in the motor manufacturing. There are a number of companies in our limited resources also. I mean, it's a limited premises also. Like near to Vijayawada, there's one company by Kumar Motors. Apart from that, there's so many other companies also. But the open innovation, like to reduce the cost, one of the open innovation in recent times is that rather than using a pure copper, the innovation came in the form of alternative materials like aluminum. I don't know the exact form of aluminum, but this is one of the recent innovation where we share the same information recent times with the Kumar Motors also, where they're trying to work on. This is one thing. And the second thing is that this BMS, battery management system. One of the thing from Otol from Taiwan, which they opened their innovation to the market, where they want everyone to come onto the same platform, where they want to make this controller. I mean to say like not limited to BMS. They want to make a full-fledged controller, not limited to motor control unit, not limited to electronic control. There's so many things, not limited to one. There's so many other parameters which can add value to the industry. So everyone is these examples from the industry side. If you look at academia side, one of the recent visit to one of the university from Shangzhou University in China, they have opened their resource to the entire industry in Hangzhou province for this alloy material, that means special material which goes into the chassis, which gives the strength, which reduces the weight, which keeps the cost low also. These are the few examples which can go at this point of time. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Excellent. You can go ahead with the second module. Thanks.
Though the second module, which speaks on the collaborative ecosystems and which can accelerate the innovation, such as mobility. This will happen through leveraging the partnerships for technological advancements. So if you look at the ecosystems and the partnerships and the collaborations between the entire industry platform, as I mentioned earlier also, between startups, research institutions, the supply chain stakeholders, industry players, academia, this is all to the co-developing the innovation solutions in the sustainable mobility. And obviously the key goals will be accelerating the product development, the fostering the technological innovation, achieving the sustainable milestones, which can reduce the cost and the risk to the shared resources. And if you identify the key players which can take much more advantage in the collaborative ecosystems, are the first is the startups. That means we are the one case best example that all these agreements, all these MOUs, all these collaborative ecosystems, what they have kept a radar on the highest benchmarks. That means the agility, the innovations and disruptive ideas. If you look at, I'm sure that by this time, few of the members would have done research on Avera also. One of the key aspects for any product in the electric mobility, especially the electric two-wheelers especially, is that look and feel. Next is the color adaptation. All these will run through Europe and will go through Italy. So obviously when go to Italy, the first company which comes to glimpse our mind is that Piaggio, Vespa. Even though they run very low on Indian market, but if you look at the global platform, the key parameter is the look and feel. That means the aesthetics, the aerodynamic shapes, the colors it can take. It doesn't happen from the other parts of the nations. Like I don't want to name the companies, but Japanese models, the Korean models, limited to Taiwanese models. That means if anybody wants to go this kind of activity, that means that the key collaboration should be from this kind of companies where they can do. For us, Avera had a MOU with Moto Morini. One of the key collaboration what we did, the result is the wonderful model what we got onto the roads of India and other parts of the nations also. Apart from that, if you see, even the FaceMap is our company only, of course, run by two different boards. The collaboration happened between FaceMap and Avera as driving the force in a very big way, like not only reducing the cost, but keeping the wear and tear part like mechanical parts like physical keys. Now our scooters which are playing in, especially on the roads of Spain, doesn't have any kind of physical keys. We removed the entire mechanical key system where wear and tear is there. We have integrated a module of facial technology where the locking the scooter, unlocking the scooter, running the scooter, everything happens on the facial technology. So these are the few technologies, and you can keep on talking about the next generation batteries happening a different way. Of course, I'm not big enough to talk on the internal chemistry of the battery, but one more collaboration happened with Avera is with Greenway, which they are big on K-Tech, which I mentioned about 3.2 15H cell also. And the research institutions like IIT Madras, what they supported Ather in a very big way almost 7 years back, has given a wonderful product by name Ather, which most of the people are aware of. So all these things, that means we are in a desperate need of coming to you and taking the access of state-of-the-art labs, what you people have invested a very big way, where academy can open the doors for us. Yes, I'm sure that we already got some opportunities, but still, as Sir asked about open innovation, this is not limited today, but next level is the collaboration, what we can take leverage between the academy and industry also. Not limited to this, and we have to involve all the supply chain stakeholders into this particular model also. That means the sustainable practices, the materials, and the ensuring the timely deliveries should happen from every part of the entire system. And next comes is the recycling, which of course most of the people are aware of. The company by name Logan is a very good friend of mine. So again, we have to make sure that this supply chain has to talk to the circular economy initiatives also, which otherwise the industry cannot sustain the longer period, because every industry will take minimum of 25 to 30 years of time. For the ICE industry, it took almost like 2 to 3 decades of time, but EV industry doesn't have that much of time. We have only like another like 7 to 10 years of time. So already a decade has been passed on. So we another decade we have to come back with this kind of model so that the collaborative ecosystem can take us in a very big way, and this can provide much more insights on funding and scaling opportunities from the industry leaders also. And of course, coming to the benefits of this particular collaboration is that it will definitely put a very short time for R&D cycles through shared resources and expertise. At the same time, end of the day, cost speaks a lot, because if you look at China today, the few collaborations, not only into Avera, other companies also, we need to access the fact that for last 25-30 years of time, what China did, what India is speaking for last 10 years of time, we can do in next 10 years or 15 years of time by pulling all these resources through shared form, funds, facilities and knowledge which can reduce the cost in a very big way. Of course, when Sadu has covered about the open universe challenges also, yes, there will be risk in every part of this entire journey. But we have to distribute the risk in such a way that multiple partners can take the risk in one form or other form, and where we can take advantage in the entire sustainable model also, and through eco-friendly materials and processes. And through this, I want to add a few more case studies what to the model where collab ecosystem works in a very big way. If you look at one of the key agreement happened between Tata Motors and TCS Innovation Hub, even though it's from the same family, but the entire portfolio is quite different. They have made a AI-powered predictive maintenance for EVs. This is the example between two different ecosystems. But companies like there's one more good company by name F-Tonics, where we're trying to work with them, where already they have given a very big bet on predictive maintenance. So, typically speaking, AI is one thing, but we should talk about the real applicability of the AI. That means predictive maintenance through generative AI. That means getting data is one thing, but what we can do with the data. They have made one successful model on the recent railway system, where they got one award from the one of the industry platform also. This can reduce the downtime and improve the fleet efficiency. Like us, Tata cars, like of course Tesla did in a very big way. We are also trying to work on the same model with one of the other industry player, where we before issue comes, we want to predict the issue, and we want to try to solve the issue. If it was done in a very big way, the recent fire accidents, I'm sure that there will be a lot of queries on the fire accidents issues also. One of the key challenges what industry is facing, EV industry is facing, this can be put a halt to this predictive maintenance. And one of the greatest ecosystem establishments happened between Hero Electric and Gogoro. Gogoro is one of the refined big companies from Taiwan, which is very big in battery swapping. But unfortunately, the network system doesn't happen for a country like India. It happens for a smaller ecosystem. I mean, the smaller nations like Taiwan, Korea, Bali, or to these places. But they have made a wonderful flow of the system where it can take the accessibility of swapping the battery in a couple of seconds, and where we can take the issue of charging on other parameters also. And one of the ecosystem establishments happened between Rivian and Amazon also. Rivian made a wonderful truck in US. It's a US based company, and they're able to make a complete full-fledged electric van, delivery vans for Amazon. I think the pilot has been done recently. So these are the successful stories where industry did with the other ecosystems. Apart from that, we have to understand, because as you people, most of the people are from academia, we have to take the knowledge with this ecosystem. At the same time, we have to pass on this message to the students that how the industry is going ahead. And coming to the areas of opportunities in sustainable mobility, and as I mentioned that lithium family is maturing, is going to mature in couple of years, 2 to 3 years of time. Apart from that, the solid state where the entire industry is betting on, and lot of other universities, other IITs, and we request every university to come forward and share the knowledge, because knowledge is one thing that which we can put on the open platform. Yes, there will be risk mitigation, but we can put some kind of other methods to halt those things. And we can work on ultra charging fast solutions also, and ride sharing companies, which the world is having in a very big way. We can also do in limited places, where the government of Andhra Pradesh made a wonderful pilot model, which I'm sure that it's going to start in the next 3 to 4 years of time. And EV fleets is happening in a very big way in the B2B markets also. As I mentioned about one of the wonderful opportunities, supply chain sustainability, not from the manufacturer, from both the ends, from the upper scale to the lower scale also. At the same time, this goes and touches the recycling of materials, where earlier we used to have challenges. Now there's almost like 5 to 7 companies and 10, 15 companies in the pipeline where they took the challenge of recycling of LFP materials. But we got companies like Avera got advantage of LFP, where we can take the opportunity of the same cell in the second life, which is going to telecom industry. But other part of the NMC cells already started making recycling, and the battery manufacturing happening with the other manufacturers like Exide and Amaraja from Andhra Pradesh and other companies also. And of course, we can create intelligent charging stations and grid connectivity. And recently, I interacted with one of the startup which is working on mobile charging stations. So I don't know how they're going to carry in a smaller way. But countries like Australia, US already they made a successful 1 megawatt charging mobile platforms with I think 220 or 110 voltage. I think 110 voltage, 220 voltage. And yeah, the same question arises: the challenges in the building collaborative ecosystems are if you can prioritize between the partners, it can put a halt in alignment with our goals. At the same time, we can build the transparency, because trust factor is one thing that which runs our industry, especially because if you look at us, when I mentioned about Moto Morini, it's almost like 1 years old organization. There is no need for them to join hands to go MOU with Avera, because we just a startup without any innovative thoughts. But the European companies, if you look at the transformation happening, the entire automotive sector, which is transformed EV, is moving to the eastern part of Asia. If you look at Chinese cars manufactured by NIU, Xiaomi, or other companies, they're bidding big way in on EV platforms. So typically, the European automotive industry is also, especially Germany, the Bosch, which they tied up with Zhongzhong, where we are the third party collaborator. So this way, the 3-party agreements, you name it, 5-party agreements happening in a very big way. So they want to see the other markets transformations happening also. It's all because of the trust and the balance and transparency. Of course, IP protection we need to work on. There is a wonderful legal systems in India and other parts of the world also. This will definitely can give us a partnership for scale and all these things. And if you look at the strategies to foster this effective collaboration, is that if we can establish the roles, responsibilities, and IP sharing agreements which can govern the framework. India is also working on this kind of framework system by taking international frameworks, where US and Japan is doing a very big way in this IP and the governance frameworks. Typically, what we do is that applying the patents in India, at the same time, we do make sure that our patents are filed in US and Japan also, because it gives one of the safety network with respect to IP and this kind of sharing networks. Same time, as I mentioned earlier, also that we keep on recommendations, as government is also working closely with the industry to understand what exactly the partnerships and what exactly the policy frameworks and the grants has to be given to the new technologies. Earlier, for last 10 years of time, we got good grants, and now it has been shifted to the new technologies like drone, and now they're betting big on the new chemistry batteries, also advanced battery chemistries also. And of course, any industry or any two collaborations, the key factor is that regular communication. Most of the cases, what happens is that we do MOUs, we do agreements. Unfortunately, we forget them, or we don't work on real case scenario. That's one of the key challenge. Even though pandemic has given leverage to take these kind of platforms like virtual sessions, but typically, what challenge we see and what advantage we take from these kind of things is that we make sure that a team of people, at least 2 to 5 team of people, works on the resource. At the same time, we request them, because as they're very big companies, typically for them there is no need. But apart from that, the regular communication in some other form will give a comfortable balancing factor at both the ends. And I'm sure that the recent innovation hubs, when I go to universities, when I go to colleges, there's so many innovation hubs happening, and these kind of incubation centers will definitely give And I feel happy to share that a few of the students, everywhere I go, there will be like dozens of students coming with innovative thoughts. But only thing is, from once they get into this incubator or to you, if you can pass on to the industry through certain platforms, I'm sure that if they can understand the real case scenario challenges, they can get on to the sustainable model for the market also. And again, the quotes from wonderful technology what we got in today's market. Great innovations happens at the intersection of collaboration, shared vision. Let us embrace partnerships to unlock the full potential of sustainable mobility and pave the way for a greater future. Yeah. So let me take a pause for a couple of questions to take from the group, please.
Yes, sir. In chat box, there is a question like, which is a better option, hydrogen-powered vehicle or electrical vehicles? Which is more eco-friendly?
My simple answer is both energies. So, if you go back 150 years, before IC engine was developed, there was a electric car developed. That means electric motor was developed. What made ICE to run fast? What made EV to take a pause at that point of time? So, I don't have an answer at that point of time. 150 years back, what happened? I don't get into those details also. But even today also, industry is working on multiple energy sources. You can't name it. We are working on lithium family today, tomorrow sodium. But tomorrow somebody comes with hydrogen family. It may be fuel cell or some other form hydrogen. Definitely the industry will be ready to take it. Like if you name the Toyota company, Toyota is working on multiple ways, not on the petrol, not on the hybrid, other forms. You name it, they're working on. So you can't limit one. But coming to case of two-wheelers, for two-wheelers, yes, for intercity, EV is better. If you're talking on the intra-city on a bigger platform like trucks, buses, other forms, hydrogen will definitely take on a big way. Already, I have seen trucks. I'm going to say like smaller form of trucks running on roads of Europe as a testing beds. Same time, I've seen the same thing in China also. So we don't know that those big industries how closely they are coming to come for industry, because there involves the cost factor also. So yeah. Maybe anybody can directly talk to me. There is no so I can see a lot of participants, right? Because I'm a tech guy, I'm giving technology answers, but the management I can try to give some management as far as I have with my short experience.
Sir, actually, some faculty member is asking Dr. K. Ramanj, request you to suggest activities for spreading awareness among students of engineering institutions. Awareness about what? I don't know, actually.
Awareness means maybe I think EV awareness, I think so. If I can correlate with EV, because we are talking
Yes,
on EV and sustainability. Of course, it's a very big challenge. First move has to come from government, and there are a lot of other agencies, NGOs working. If you look from UN, my recent visit to one of the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. So they're doing big way, but they're trying to do in such nations where this is one of the biggest need, like Africa. Africa means not all the African countries. If you look at Kenya, if you look at Tanzania, they're not doing big way in India, because India is already at a very biggest race, because typically we feel that EV industry is standing at 5 to 7% compared to other the entire industry. But if you look at the global platform, the figures are running in a very fast way compared to China. other nations like US, Europe are running very slow. So that's the reason that maybe you're not able to see awareness programs happening in India, but other parts of the nation happening in very big way. But apart from that, as a EV player, EV lover, EV enthusiastic, I feel that government has to do in the first way, which is doing, but is not enough. But apart from that, we like I need to talk something, you talk something. Like I have a query. I think if Rajesh sir remembers that I had a session at PB Siddhartha a couple of months back. One of the query from the student was uh, very shocking to me that that day I drove petrol car, fuel ICE.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to give the proper answer to the student. So I have an electric car. I do have an electric car, but from that day, I started taking my electric car only everywhere I go. Not Vijayawada. I'm talking about even to travel also as best as possible to like 300k or 500k to this side to Hyderabad, this side to Visakhapatnam, this side to Chennai, which is under the 500 kilometers proximity. I'm trying to take. But the unfortunate thing is that our drivers are not prepared to use the electric cars. The reason that day I didn't drove my electric car, but I cannot give as a reason. So these are the best methods that the thought process coming on. So that means that the encouragement has to come from me, you, house, everywhere. But the transition is not a small task, right? It's a very big task, and the mindset also, because both sits on the other side of the coins. This ICE, this is EV. Because if you want to come to EV, we need to take the challenges also, because this is a new industry. You have to prepare for this this kind of challenges for the EV industry. So ICE typically doesn't give to allow you to shift from this side to that side. So we all request you to start talking about EV from your house on the global platforms. Yeah.
So there is another interesting question, like what is the time frame for completely replacing the existing vehicles with EV vehicles or new energy vehicles?
Oh, it's a very big, tough question. Every government, from state governments, central governments, from world markets, has kept the deadlines. But it's like sustainable practices. We talk about a lot of things, but it needs a lot of support, money for all these things to come. At the same time, it's not that easy to remove the existing industry, because a lot of establishments have already happened, investments happened in a very big way. So for every organization, for every government to pass on such a regulation, they cannot take the risk of this mitigation. So typically, we feel that probably they say 2035, but we hope that by 2047, when we are going to celebrate Indian independence with Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are sure that we'll have a maximum cap. But it's not possible to remove entire thing. But government will keep caps on saying that subsidies of diesel will not be allocated to the private players. Like when you go to fuel station, you have to pay the full fee of the diesel without subsidy. But the subsidy will be passed on to the transport vehicles. So likewise, we'll get on to those things, but you cannot remove the entire this thing. But we'll see a big way by 2035. We hope by 2047 we can see. But other parts of the world, especially China, you will see a lot of difference over there. Yeah, in a very small span. Already we are seeing it. Yeah, thank you.
Sir, you can go ahead with your presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
At the end, we will take some questions.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So coming to the third module, which we speak on technology transfer and knowledge sharing, there's some of the key mechanisms for industry and academia to come together for collaborations. Because this technology transfer refers to the process of transferring the scientific findings, innovations from research innovations to the industry for commercialization. Because if that innovation cannot be commercialized, that innovation doesn't have any value. Because if you see, today, this is one of the key innovation, but tomorrow may not be. Because if this innovation cannot be commercialized, in a very big way, it doesn't have any value. So everyone have to understand that what is the value of this innovation as on today, which can be commercialized. So you have to keep in mind, very importantly, may I can be commercialized this product or not. That's very important. And next, can this product be sustainable or not? That means by keeping all these things, if you're not able to market the product, end of the day, there is no value for product. There is no value for innovation. Yes, knowledge will be there, innovation will be there, everything will be there. But if this doesn't come in this way, if the product is not marketable, there is no value for all this effort what we kept. But definitely it will add value to the next story. But today it may not be having a value. So if we can serve the purpose by bridging the gap between the research and market ready solutions, this can drive in a very big way for the economical growth for this innovation, where the product is commercialized, where the product is marketable. And the key components which we have to understand for these technology transfers are, if you are allowing the companies to use the patents, like let us say one research institute made a wonderful innovation. If you are able to give us comfortable with key conditions by key agreements in place, if you are able to give us the patent technologies developed by academia or the research institutes or research labs, where we can license it, where we can commercial process, where we can make it a market product also. This can be done through the joint academic institutions and industries to go develop with the newer solutions for the market. This may not happen through startups. This may not happen through spin-offs. It can happen through any form also, because you cannot define, because every startup will feel that this is my idea, this is my innovation. Same time, the industry expert will think that I can make a spin-off, I can make a 100% subsidy of one more company by spinning off the organization, they can do. But if the academia is not coming forward to support the startup or to support the spin-off company, there is no value for it. So you have to prepare in any form, in any solution where we can commercialize these innovations. This can be done through workshops, through conferences like this. That in these entire sessions, I'm giving a lot of real case scenarios, not from industry, from my MOUs, my agreements are kind of research done with open innovation also. This can be done on the training platforms also. So you have to make your student to come and give all the things with the academia support, so that the industry is ready to take all these innovations into the commercialization of our marketable product. And one of the mechanism typically we see effective way of technology transfer is the licensing agreements. There are, as I mentioned earlier also, that the legal framework is done in a wonderful way, where it's a safe proven, where the academia or the research innovator or the professor or any, you name it anyway, you can develop a royalty mode or ownership rights, which has been successfully happening in the Western world, especially US and Canada, mostly from US side. If you, my recent, I want to add one more example at this point of time. Recently, we went to Brazil under the G20 program as a B20 delegate. We took the opportunity to launch a product also, because we met our counterparts from Brazil during the G20 summit hosted by India last year. We went there with the idea saying that, yes, we are the best. Yes, we can do wonderful things. Yes, we did the same thing. But after going there, when we started talking about other innovations happening, the beauty part is that most of the people know that there are good breeds of cows in India, like Gir, Ongol, Gitta from one of the part of nation of Andhra Pradesh. Few other things. These 5 breeds went to Brazil almost like 250 years back, doing a drought. One of the Raja from Jodhpur sent their thing. Along with that, some other rice varieties, most of the things. Today, they are in a form that if you are able to generate from the ghee cow, I'm talking about the pure ghee cow, the fat content of 6% or 7% on the higher note, they're able to show results at a 16-18%. And the government of India already started talks with these counterparts in Brazil to transform this kind of technology, you name it, breed, to send all these things. But the innovation, the ownership rights are with one of the university from US, where they supported Brazilian government. That means that the animal husbandry, the ministry or the department there in Brazil, that time to mature this product to this stage. But today, now if you want to get that particular thing, now that university or the government of US has to give us right. Look at the transformation happened for the last 250 years of time in the particular thing where our breed went there. So there are a number of examples. They are happily sharing all these things, saying that your Raja statue is in a big church in Brazil. That mentioning all these things, they are very happy to share that India helped during the drought times. So these are the key technology transfers happen, and we can interlock this with by royalties or by ownership rights. There will be any kind of thing, but of course there will be some kind of mismatches or there's some kind of theft happens. But with the legal frameworks in the international markets, Indian markets, we can be happily get on the open platforms, open innovation methods, which we encourage in academy to come forward. And of course, if we have initial process of joint IP, at the same time we can do intellectual property sharing academia. One more example I want to put that in our industry body also by name Bharat Biotech. Everyone aware that during that pandemic that Bharat Biotech are a Telugu grown company from Telangana, where they are from Telugu states. They have developed a vaccine by name Covaxin with the help of Indian research lab. So all these things can happen in a very comfortable short span. Imagine that if the industry is not coming back, forward and taking that research from the lab, international lab or you name it, Indian labs, we would have been in a very long run. So all these things are the best case examples happening in the this time. So incubation centers, as everyone, we go to any college, they're wonderful in incubation centers, innovation hubs are happening. But I request at this point of time is that not limiting to this particular stream, because we normally typically look at the technologies like computer sciences, AI, IoT, other things. But a lot of innovations are happening at a different, like materials are happening, mechanics are happening, civil are happening, you name it, lot of innovations are happening. So the incubation centers or the setting of innovation labs has to come at different levels from academic level also. And technology parks also. Government has coming forward to set up a lot of dedicated zones for academic institutions, industries to locate it, to come together. But unfortunately, because of the key challenges what we face today, this is hindering our journey. But I'm sure that by utilizing these resources, we can do a joint collaborative method to take the effective technology transfer. And the knowledge portals also where we can share our papers, the patents and best practices. Of course, coming to case of benefits of technology transfer, knowledge sharing for academia, access to funding and real challenges for research, opportunities to see innovations to reach the market. And for industry, we can access the cutting edge research and expertise by reducing our cost on R&D. Timeline is one of the key factor and cost is also. And for society, both for academia and industry, both can come together to access this adaptation to innovations to the real solving pressing challenges where we discussed earlier modules. And coming to case of challenges as IP, there is ambiguity over this IPs and rights between the academic industry. We can overcome this proper legal framework. And commercial viability also, yes, there's a difficulty in converting the academic research into market-ready products where industry will come forward, where already some of the institutions already had proper funding into their research labs, where our industry can forward and with the limited resources where we can correlate, code together, work and with the large scale technology and transfer projects also. And at this point of time also, to add from a few case studies in this technology transfer. If you look at Stanford and Google, technology transfer of page rank algorithm leading to Google success is called pigeonhole method, pigeonhole algorithm, where they started initially. And of course, I'm not much aware of the algorithm. And one of the recent is IIT Madras and TVS Motors, advanced EV technologies. And of course, IIT Madras stands first with respect to EV. They have a center of excellence on EV technologies where they collaborated with most of the companies, most of the innovation centers across the world also, and MIT and biotech firms. Of course, you name it, drug discovery and manufacturing, and mentioned about Bharat Biotech, all other Junjunwala, all these things also. And the strategies of effective collaborations are if we can draft these agreements in the IPs, royalties, and usage rights, we can make this in a comfortable, clear legal framework. And it can be done through transfer of initiatives, through funding and grants. And of course, everywhere government comes and plays a crucial roles. And we, as the academy also and the industry also, we keep recommendations, as I mentioned earlier. And if we can start dialogue with something, and regular touch will definitely give element of expectation objectives. At the same time, the specialized teams within academic institutions to facilitate making a special vehicle where it can work closely with every industry in and around the area, where you can take, the academy can take, and it can pass on to the students also. And a call to quote. Innovation thrives when knowledge flows freely between academy and industry. And let's embrace collaborative mechanisms to ensure the technology transfer becomes a driving force for sustainable growth and societal progress. Maybe I think I can go forward to one more module pending. Maybe after that, end of the session, we can take some more queries. Is it okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
And this is the final one, which and definitely showed that by this, the academy will take opportunities in the open innovation, unlocking this potential of R&D consultants and internships. If you look at the hubs which are in the institutions of research, creativity, and talent, by collaboration with the industries, they contribute significantly of advanced technology and solving real-world changes. So through this, our key role is that knowledge creation through research, developing skilled professionals, and fostering entrepreneurial mindsets. The key opportunities are in the R&D partnerships that collaborating with industries to co-develop technologies and products, access to funding for applied research products, exposure to real-world industrial challenges. If you keep on asking me, I can give you a number of challenges what industry is facing, not about whatever the industry is facing, where you can pass it on to your students, your innovation hubs, your research scholars also, and consultancy projects. Most of the way, the faculty will offer the expertise in solving problem, and I'm sure that already this process is on way with respect to the academia, and joint problem solving with industrial stakeholders, where Amar Raja tied up with I think SRM 2 years back on the material management. And these are the few examples that where we can practical experience with the contributing innovation also. And student entrepreneurship. Internship is, of course, the model of internship has been changing a lot, and the government is also keeping a very stringent eye. We want the student to do the live project on the real case scenario, not for the sake of their credits or whatever. So, and the professors also these days are very critical on giving key challenges, understanding the industry also. So all these things will bridge the gap between the industry, academic learning, and practical applications by taking the opportunities in consideration. And the benefits for the academia and especially for the institutions is that it can get funding through not from the state body, especially from the central body. There are international green channel funds available from the UN, from different sources, where we can if we can utilize the resources to academy where some industry where the academy also can be part of it for the advanced research where it's happening in a very big way. At the same time, this can add value reputation for the impactful collaborations. And for the faculty, as we know that it can show the pathway to real world applications for the research and the professional growth also, not to say for the real time application. And for the students, it's a practical skill development before they get onto the market. At the same time, if they want to create a organization, it can add value. At the same time, it can they can go and directly give solutions to the companies where they can create their job by showcasing their expertise from the industry challenges. And one of the success stories in the recent times is the IIT Mumbai and Tata Motors in the thermal management systems. There are a number of companies like starting from, as I mentioned, Electronics, because these are the companies which we closely work. Local companies from local to global. So thermal management is one collaboration done by Tata Motors and IIT Mumbai, and Harvard University and Pfizer, joint R&D drug discovery and clinical trials, and Stanford and Google that, as I mentioned, that PageRank algorithm, pigeonhole method. How we can leverage the opportunities? As I mentioned that if you can have a dedicated cell, I'm sure that most of the colleges, most of the universities will have dedicated cell, but there should be special purpose vehicle SPV so that they can keep on regularly. It's not about the UGC, it's not about the other programs. It's about continuous engagement of the information pulling from the industry and putting on the some kind of forum where the faculty and the students will be getting knowledge that these are the key challenges. Typically, what happens on the global forum is that I can go to any kind of search engine, I can go to any kind of OpenAI or ChatGPT platform, search for it. But unfortunately, what happens is that you don't know what's happening as on today. Those are the key challenges, key parameters you have to understand. So you have to make a concrete structure so that you can pass on the. Recently, CAI made a in Coimbatore, they initiated a process of getting the data from all the colleges, universities in Coimbatore, led by CAI Coimbatore, where they're taking the data, where they're getting information from academia and putting onto the industry, vice versa. So I'm sure that you can replicate the same model for Andhra Pradesh also, where we can take the leverage of these kind of things. At the same time, engaging in forums, conferences, innovation challenges. I'm sure you're doing it, but unfortunately, most of the time we don't find right product for the right student for the right audience. So these are some of the mismatches happens, and yeah, we need to find some alternative sources also and upskilling. So as I mentioned about new technologies of AI, IoT, EV, which remain industry relevant. And of course, these are the challenges to address and which we can work collaboration with industry and academia. And if we can diverse expertise to tackle complex industry challenges through interdisciplinary teams and academic programs, the industry trends that as our new education program, where some of the universities are working on the same modules, where we also industry coming forward and making our syllabi where you can add value from industry. At the same time, we industry will come forward with our team of employees where they will come teach the students. At the same time, faculty also can be part of it, where we as industry coming forward as you academic coming forward for the industries. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. Same time, like of course, most of the programs now today we are talking about ATAL program and startup industry. There's so many schemes from the government also. And finally, the quote is that the bridge between academy and industry is the foundation for meaningful innovation. Let us seize the opportunities to make academia a vital contributor to open innovation as a driver of industrial progress. So, with this, my management presentation got completed. Yeah, I'm ready to take any kind of technical questions also, if at all. Is there any? So, and if at all there is a mail ID which from the academy, you can post questions and requests also, where we can reply you. Yeah. So I'm ready to take some questions from the chatbot or.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ask.
Sir, in general, the questions are like, yeah, which is safe? Whether still it is EV is safe? What is the range of EV? And questions, I think I can club 2 or 3.
Maybe, yeah, I got your point. In generics, generally,
Yes.
so if you look at today's program and our mindset also, typically EV is one challenge, but already the market is getting matured. The product is getting matured. As I mentioned, that the product became sustainable, marketable. So that means the innovation is already approved. So that means there is no go back. So there is no worry to feel bad saying that um, uh, the only thing is you have to change your mindset, because all these years from from your birth, from your growth to today, you are living in one platform. Suddenly, if you want to change, so the system doesn't allow you. So the only thing is that how we adapted mobile phone, how we adapted the internet. It took us some time. Like when Y20 issue happened, we had a bit worry. When the pandemic happened, we thought like it's going to wipe out. Pandemic is not new to us. It happened like every time it happens. But this time, because of all these innovations, it happened. The solutions we got fast. So my meaning of saying is that the only thing is about the mindset. We have to prepare ourselves as a human being. So transformation, we need to take it as a fact that that means we are taking the challenges also. Yeah, that's the only request as a EV enthusiast, I can say. But much more than that, as all you people are from academia, of course, I have been a teacher almost like a 3-4 years. So I understand the responsibility and our role as a teacher we have to play, because the next generation is in our hands. So we need to tell them, we need to guide them in the. Of course, we do the same thing. Of course, they are matured enough to understand their own kind of path also. But apart from that, as a parent, we need to give them the guidelines where they can take the right path. We cannot satisfy the 100%, but at least to showcase them that these are the things happening in the real world. As I mentioned that when Sir is asking about EV challenges, let us say range anxiety. Yes, it's a challenge. See, the scooter has been designed for intercity, but taking the challenge of Indian economic condition, we use for intercity also. But is it safe? The answer is no. Can we drive a scooter onto the highway? No. Can we drive a scooter in the city, intercity, without helmet? No. Can the pillion rider sit on the back of the driver without helmet? No. Can we take the load of more than 140, 150 kilos on scooter? No. We take the load of 250 kilos also. That means the industry, that means we are preparing our scooter to take 250 kilos load also. Is it safe? No. But keeping the economic conditions, the industry is also preparing the product. We also need to come forward saying that safety measurements. Of course, as a developing nation, we have few challenges to become a developing nation. Apart from that, we have to be prepared with what product for what uses also. Next comes the other product. Next comes the other product. Next comes the other product. Everywhere, internet is, yes, much more advanced. It's safe. Apart from that, we have to limit the internet. What's our internet usage? We have to halt on. Not for you, for the people around you. So everywhere, bits and pieces. Yes, but yeah. So yeah. So just came to my mind. And as you discussed, collaboration. So the collaboration in any form, which drives you to the next level, to upgrade yourself, to mature yourself. We have to prepare ourselves. There is nothing like secrecy. Nothing like this belongs to you. Technology you cannot control. Today it's you, tomorrow it's theirs. So you have to prepare ourselves, because we also go through the same challenge when we made facial technology. We said that we are Indians. We want to do for government only. Yes, I know that we didn't accept, but we realized soon. So we are able to take the barrier, and we are able to comfortably come into the real industrial position. But if you can pass the message to our next generation, saying that these are the things at a real time scenario, real case scenario, so definitely will understand in a broader spectrum how the world is moving.
Sir, I would like to know in a very brief manner, 1 or 2 minutes, like what is the main service or product of face map? What is its role?
Today, we are into facial door locks access control systems, and where mostly used by uh, individual villas and apartments. It's for B2C market actually. Today, earlier we used to work for government agencies, which I cannot disclose two names at this point of time. But now totally we are into B2C market for door locks today. Last year we stopped access control systems, facial technology, because of huge competition from Chinese players. Yeah, and of course, as now the same technology is getting onto Avera also, where we are the first company in the world to use facial technology onto a scooter, not onto the scooter, entire EV industry. But there are a few companies coming in very big with the facial technology onto the product also. But we are the first one to say so, because already we have the technology in hand.
So I would like to know from you, sir, like what is the share of exports in your entire?
Oh, in the market as of now, we are standing at last year approximately 85%, 85% market last year. But this year we'll be at 70% only, because we are trying to increase the domestic share also. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's an excellent session, I should say. But then there are some questions like in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, restricted access to financial capital, such kind of questions, and any funding for the academic projects or internships, such kind of questions are there, because mostly the participants are from academic institutions.
Right, sir. As I said also, please ask them to write a message to us. What we'll do is that we'll get this information to the industry body only. Like as I mentioned, the CAA body. So there are so many verticals in CAA also. Not only CAA, I'm talking about other industry bodies also. Accordingly, we can come back to you, not from my end, from the industry body only, so that the respective academy or respective faculty or respective student, they can work together in it. So it may be CAI or it may be UNEP also, United Nations Environmental Program also. It works in any way, multiple. We have to shoot our arrows on different ways and so please ask them to write a mail to this mail ID which I shared on the screen. Accordingly, we'll put in loop with the respective team with a limited knowledge.
Yes, sir. I think with this, I think we can close the session at a high note. Actually, the concept of open innovation and collaboration, you have taken us to the next level. Definitely. On behalf of PB Siddhartha College of Arts and Science, and especially Department of Business Administration, I profusely thank once again Dr. A. Venkatramana, the immediate past president of CII Andhra Pradesh. Under his able leadership, he has done many innovative activities he has taken up. I think I remember you met and represented to the Nirmala Sitharaman Madam Ji also on various industry associations. I think the point you shared, like today yours, tomorrow others, that is the concept, which is the highlight. That means nothing can be shielded. Once you open the knowledge and information, that could be better in perspective, so that we learn by sharing. That is the concept you shared. Open innovation at one level, but collaboration is the next level. So partnering is a key word. So you combine all these three concepts in a very lucid manner. So thank you very much, sir, for your elaborate presentation and taking us to the EV cycle journey of a new energy segment of vehicles and mobility in India. Thank you very much. On behalf of this, I think we can close down the session today. And I
Thank
look
you so
forward
much,
to many
Rajesh sir,
more.
for giving the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure that there will be some takes by all the people who participated today. I want more questions to be posted to the mail which I shared so that we want everyone to come together for the global cause. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Actually, in the chat box, you got a lot of appreciation from the most of the participants.
Thank you so
That
much.
shows the real time analysis. I think that itself shows everybody is happy with your presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So much. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Kind of you. And I request all the participants to fill the feedback form so that everything will be monitored. Thank you very much. And I also request everybody to be on time for tomorrow at 6 p.m. And tomorrow we are having 2 international resource persons. So be on time for each session. Thank you very much.
మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ మనం ఇది పెట్టినా కూడా మళ్ళీ అలా ఉంచేయాలి. మనం తీసుకెళ్తా కుదరదుగా. ప్లగ్ స్విచ్ చేసి దీన్ని ప్లగ్ చేసిన తీసుకెళ్ళొచ్చా? తీసుకెళ్తా కుదరదుగా. 100 రూపాయలు అవుతుంది అనుకుని అయినా అదే ఈ వాషింగ్ మెషిన్ నుండి తీసుకురావాలి.